My name is Jack Setterdahl, and I'm doing the career exploration presentation for EF 102 on biosystems engineering. So, what is biosystems engineering? At its core, biosystems engineering is bringing a engineering way of thinking to biological issues. The main idea behind that is to really just kind of try to bring in a different perspective onto a lot of these things. So, a lot of things have been researched a lot, especially in the environment, issues like ecology and kind of water sustainability and water management. And it's just to kind of take that, but also put more of a background of physics and some more intense chemistry background behind that and try to find new solutions to those sorts of problems. As well as the environmental ones I already mentioned. There's also agricultural applications of biosystem engineering, whether that's from precision farming and smart farming. There's also fuels, which is under bioprocessing, which is things like ethanol fuels and alternatives to gasoline, which is a really big area a lot of people go into. And then lastly, like I mentioned, the environment is also kind of the last big area is kind of ecology, stormwater management, just the environment in general. So to go with that, the two main specialization areas in biosystems are bioprocessing and ecological. And so bioprocessing is kind of really examining how processes that happen naturally in the biological world and the environment can be used to our advantage, whether that's things like kind of using bacteria and ways they break down certain compounds to aid us, or whether that's using different types of fuels or looking into the way things decompose. That's all under bioprocessing. A lot of food production is also under bioprocessing and looking into kind of the agricultural side of things of how can we kind of find better ways to preserve our food, to make it faster, to make better crops, things like that too. And the ecological route really just kind of focuses on a lot of it has to do with water and stream management, stream restoration, stormwater management. These are all kind of really big issues in the world around us. I mean, kind of every year it seems like everybody hears about, all we hear about is the water and environment. So that's kind of the main way that Biosystems really wants to deal with that. So the head of the Biosystems department here at University of Tennessee is Dr. Julie Carrier. And then some kind of main ongoing research currently by the Biosystems department is there's a big one into soil conservation and health, kind of looking into how does water play into that as well, but also just how different compounds and different pollutants in the soil can affect plant life, animal life, just all sorts of things like that. And then bioprocessing and biomass conversion are looking at finding new and effective ways to take byproducts from things or make better ways that we can make certain products that are already made daily, and finding ways to kind of harness like bacteria and things like that to do that in a better way. So potential jobs and companies for biosystem engineer, potential jobs are water engineer, hydrologist, food processing consultant, and then forest service specialist, just to name a few. And a lot of companies also is the U.S. Forest Service hires a good amount of biosystem engineers. The TVA hires a good amount of them as well. And the EPA does too because of a lot of water issues. But then also a lot go to companies like Caterpillar, like John Deere, to kind of focus on more of the smart farming issues. And the native aspects of biosystem engineering is that because it's so broad, as I was talking about, you can do agriculture with it. You can do ecological things with it. You can do fuels with it. That you kind of have to be able to market yourself because when you say you're a biosystems engineer, not many people know what that means or what that really entails. It's kind of a newer major. It's less established. There's some like civil, like mechanical, like aerospace. Everybody kind of knows what the standard is there. So for biosystems, that just isn't a thing yet. The major is still too new and it's growing. So you have to be able to kind of sell yourself through companies and explain why you should be able to and be comfortable with applying for internships or jobs that may originally be for environmental engineers or civil engineers and kind of be able to pitch why you are just as prepared for the job as they are. And for some people, that can be kind of intimidating, as well as there's like, you kind of do a lot of things with the major. You can go a lot of routes. You can be very ecological, you can be very agricultural, you can be very bioprocessing, you can look at food, you can look at water. There's just so many ways you can go that it can be very easy to kind of get stuck in the middle and be nothing if you don't really know what you're passionate about. So for some people that can be really intimidating too, is that nobody's really telling you what to focus on. They just kind of give you all the tools to get there, and you have to decide what interests you the most, where do you see yourself taking the major, and really just go from there.